Given Arno versus Disco. Now, I don't know if I've seen Disco play yet. I have seen Arno. Obviously, she's been here a few times.
Yeah.
And there's some potential for this one to be a little bit slower than the previous set. Not necessarily going to be boring by any means. Obviously, Orcane and Kragg both give their room for shenanigans and whatnot. But Arno tending to have a little bit of a slower playstyle, a little bit more methodical. Works very well with the bubbles that Orcane gives you access to. I don't know how Disco plays, though. Could counteract.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not too familiar with Disco either, but either way, yeah, I think we're in for a banger of a match. Kragg versus Orcane is something that we have seen time and time again in NA. I'm not too sure exactly how popular it is in EU. You know, I know y'all have a QCon and the plethora of phenomenal Kragg players.
Yeah, apparently we found all of, you know.
Yeah, apparently, you know, all of Oily has in fact found us all of the Kragg players. Minus, I don't know, we're missing Transco? We're missing...
The one that was here last week that got Boss Hog.
Yeah, we are in fact missing Boss Hog. But either way, oh wow, Arno immediately starting off with a huge string, doing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, looking like a very campy Orcane, aren't we there, Arno? Very, yeah, pardon me. She gets straight in there and finds a lot of percent immediately onto Disco, and kind of not even giving us a chance to learn how Disco wants to play, because it's just been on the back foot the whole time now. Arno, very strong punish to start us off, but now she's getting sent off a little bit of the side of the stage there. Now Disco holding the center stage control. See whether or not he's going to be able to stay out the stock. And now we're starting to see a little bit more of that kind of expected defensive play style. There it is.
I mean, you know, that's the standard Orcane, right? You know, if it's not quite working out in neutral, just wait for your opponent to approach. You got the down tilt to bat him away and combo out of, so very standard play here. No double jump for Arno here. Might need to resort to the up B, but no, just going to go for the side B. Back onto stage, going to be able to sneak back on 135 as Arno loses the lead. But Disco still not able to seal out the stock.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a wait on this one. It's a very defensive play from Arno right now. The bubble's not going to quite intercept.
Down strong.
Surely will turn into a kill. And Arno's going to be taking first stock there. We'll see whether or not Disco's going to be able to try and find the punish. These two, obviously, both from Belgium. We'll see whether or not we're going to have any national pride on the line for this one. But, oh, very close at the side of the stage there. Not quite going to take it, though. Arno, potential, though, for, like, actually sealing something a little bit early there. Unfortunately, missing the DI there on the forward air from Disco.
Yeah, I think that she
found, though.
I think she might have tried to DI for the rock there. Which honestly was really close.
Yeah, wasn't awful.
Yeah, it was really close to hitting the rock. You know, there is in fact no such thing as drift DI downwards, unfortunately, though. So, you know, the moment you miss the initial DI, it's kind of over. But either way, you know, Arno almost sealing that with a bubble butt of all things. But yeah, Disco needs to find a way how to reset this neutral, how to get those ins, and how to rack up that damage on Arno, because she is starting to run away with this game.
Yeah, a little bit of a runaway lead at the moment, like you say. 137% right now on a Disco. Caught off the side there. No parry on that side B. I think that's probably what Arno is after there. It's a really good punish for the last time that, you know, the recovery tried to come through like that from Disco. It's a very safe way to deal with that Kragg side B, assuming that the Kragg doesn't see it coming, and then you start running into the mix-up war. Good parry there on the rock shards, and now Disco stuck with an unfortunate recovery option that is going to be sealing out the stock there. And we'll see whether or not Arno can hold on to this lead, or whether or not there needs to be a big comeback from Disco to start seeing some advantage here. There it is.
Yeah, and there it is.
Oh, but now holding the rock. Important to stay up with the combo there. Arno, unfortunately, dropping it a little bit early. 43% is found. Now we see the aggression continuing.
And not going to start off with like a combo start or anything, just going to start off with the down strong. But, you know, Arno once again going to be racking up so much damage off of any of these stars. You know, she's so ridiculously consistent with that.
Down tilt. See, yeah, it just kind of swatting stuff out in the center station. What I'm liking from Disco is that he's finding time to just kind of back up instead of getting hit by a lot of these options. Obviously, the back air and the down tilts and whatnot. Orcane has the ability to just toss out a bunch of hitboxes at you, and you know, Disco's just backing up, not getting caught by them. Oh, nearly sealing up the stock there. on the neutral air into up smash. Unfortunately, either just miss spacing or really good DI there from Arno. I'm not sure. See whether or not Disco make it back to stage there. Obviously, the rock is over his head now. That's been cleared. Down B, not quite going to take it there. We'll see if Arno can chase. No, she can't. No up smash coming through. Rock shards send in Arno off stage. Disco holding a really solid center stage right now. Getting hit by his own rock, though.
Oh, and
Pillar's
no more
gone.
pillar.
Oh, but now Arno's put herself in a bad position. Does make it back to stage, though. Really close percentage between these two. Really just about anything could take it for these two. 151 off the side. Arno playing very patiently, waiting for a defensive option from Disco that does not come through.
Disco?
There it is from Disco, taking game number 1. I heard the taunt. I heard the taunt.
Oh my lord, and Disco going to actually end up sealing that out with, you know, one nail biter. Oh lord, that was so ridiculously close, but playing patient, keeping the wits about them. Question is, can you keep this up for a potential 9 games?
Good question. I mean, that was really Arno's lead. You know, pretty much that whole game that was Arno's lead. So really Disco not lucked out, obviously, because, you know, there's a difference in weight between these two characters. Arno did SD though. Just about anyway. Just kind of a fail on the recovery. It wasn't necessarily an SD or anything like that. But Disco didn't necessarily look comfortable. Obviously, he does have a small percent lead this game, but I wouldn't say that that is something that you want to keep up for the next potentially 9 games.
Yes, but, you know, having the mental fortitude to always be looking for that kind of thing is absolutely something you do want to keep. And, you know, Disco going to take that momentum, going to continue with this lead, and this is starting to look more of Disco's game.
Yeah, it's a decent start at the moment. Obviously, Disco getting caught off the side of the stage there. Arno continuing to keep this edge guard up, keeping it nice and slow. See, I don't even know if Orcane... Yeah, Orcane can make it back from there, of course. My bad. Orcane always has the tools available, but just whether or not they are going to be punished. And good job by Arno to just make it a little bit unpredictable getting back to stage there with the... Jeez, what do they even call that when you cancel the up B, or when you use up B straight after a jump?
Orca hop?
Is that Orca hop? There you go. I forgot.
I mean, there is canceled up B and there is also Orca hop. They're 2 separate things. Yeah. Yeah, there's because the canceled up B does raise you up a little bit, but the up strong going to raise Arno a little bit more than she bargained for right off the top through the blast zone. But, you know, 150% on Disco here. You know, Arno needs to seal out this stock, and that could be it. Oh, pillar on bound for Disco, though.
Somebody needs to do that, I've decided. Somebody... Oh, hold on. Is that forward air reverse going to actually take it? Very close off the side now from Disco, trying to make his way back to stage. Does manage to get away with the side B there. I'm so sure that Arno was going to, once again, just go for the parry punish on that. Oh, so close in the center stage right now. 54 on Arno, though, and this extra percent from Disco is starting to rack up. Oh, is it actually going to be able to come through right now? But Disco continuing to build this lead. I'm saying in the previous game, it doesn't really look like Disco's advantage, going for a hard commitment there. What I was gonna say is I want to see a workshop character where the recovery is just getting up smashed by Kragg. That's the recovery.
Oh yeah, Lord, Lord save us all. But yeah, either way, you know, Arno, beautiful up B cancel, going to make sure that Disco's overcommitment on the puddle cover not quite going to work out. But, you know, Arno sitting at 111% here. You know, definitely not the place where you want to be. Yeah, no air dodge on board means that with that kind of DI, you're not going to be able to make it back. So you're just going to drift towards the blast zone. Not really anything you can really do there. But, you know, just go much more commanding lead than we saw in the last game.
Yeah, compared to no lead at all, I'd say, yeah, this is a very commanding lead right now from Disco. Only 74% on this. Okay.
Oh?
And just like that, whenever somebody has a lead on their last stock, they're bound to lose it due to a recovery failure. And we'll see whether or not Arno's going to be able to turn this one from being behind the entire game and turning it around to be a win in her favor, or whether or not this is going to be Disco cashing in a second game. Stuck off the side of the stage right now, 51%. The bubble damage is coming through, but it's really not all that much. There we go. Finally seeing a parry on the side B. Arno going very, you know, aggressive by the standards of this set. Obviously not aggressive by the standards of Orcane, but, you know, just keeping it kind of low key, but, you know, finding those punishes, keeping Disco in check. 100% right now on the Kragg, going for that side B, isn't quite going to find anything.
Yeah, but, you know, getting a little bit antsy trying to seal out this stock here. 117% and counting. You know, the question is, how do you seal this out? And Oh, able to sneak back on. Great stuff from Disco, but the Upstrong going to take it on Frozen Gates here. All right, and evening things right back up. Arno going to take the win from the game that she was down in reverse of Disco doing the opposite on game 1.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
I guess the third stock really is the only one that counts, isn't it? You know, like that has been kind of what this set's been about. You know, you can have a lead for the first 2 stocks. Obviously, that doesn't earn you anything. And
yeah, I mean, stocks 1 and 2, they've got so much potential, so much drive, and then stock 3 results from a drive recovery failure. Gonna be losing all those files, losing all the ways to try to seal out that win. But, Aramata, relatively even stage for both of these characters. Orcane very good at killing off the top and chaining off the sides, but oh my lord, Disco almost going to show us why Kragg is good on this stage immediately after I mention it.
Yeah, I mean, Disco with a really strong opener, so this game is favoring Arno at the moment. Obviously, it doesn't feel like it should be true, but missing the tech off the rock there. It was there, but maybe just missing the timing or not thinking that she was going to get it off the DI. Fortunate for Arno. Would have been a really nice way to preserve that stock and keep it going a little bit longer, but now it's all favoring Disco. Really good chase so far. Now we see Arno trying to chase him down. Good percent found. Only 100% on the Kragg right now. Good parry there. Clearly has seen that one more than once before going for the reverse forward air. Doesn't land it. Patience on the recovery.
And Bubble Butt is a great option here. Like I said, great option to knock Kragg off stage. It's just that once Disco is in these positions, Arno doesn't seem to have an answer for how to edge guard.
Ooh, reverse down tilt there. I liked that. Yeah, no, a lot of it has been very defensive edge guarding, just trying to find parries, trying to like follow those side Bs and whatnot. But yeah, I'm noticing that is where Arno is losing the most steam. Is just, like, okay, got him off stage. This is a good advantage, but like right here, see whether or not she's going to be able to punish this recovery at all. Kind of given a lot of space, and no, boom, Disco's back on stage. And that's where I think, like you're saying, she's losing a lot of her room right now. See if we'll get the punish there. Nicely done to slide into that puddle to grab the extended up smash. That is going to be the first stock taken away from the Kragg. Nearly 2 minutes in, though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at this point, Arno honestly should just try to keep Disco on stage and combo as much as possible, because the moment Disco goes off stage is when she loses all of her momentum.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just try and keep this Kragg on stage, try and get as much damage as possible, and I would almost like to see some more aggression off the side of the stage, like go low here. But doesn't look like that's going
go
to
with a nair or a back air.
No, just try and find something, but obviously that's not going to happen. Disco instead.
Oh my lord.
Going to be converting that side B into an up smash, and that is going to be the stock found for Disco. It's the advantage you're looking for if you are the Kragg right now. 77%. We'll see if Arno is going to try and punish this one. Yeah, no, just getting caught by the rock again. But actually, a really good job of getting the landing on that and finding, it's not quite kill potential there, but that up air does have a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Orcane up air, even stronger than Absa up air, of all things. But not quite going to be able to take Disco off the top just yet. But, Disco off the side, not in the greatest position. But, Arno, down strong, frame 7, going to take it right off the top, and evening things right back up. Question is, who gets the win when both players are on last stock relatively even?
Yeah, I mean, this game has been favoring Disco so far, which is apparently bad news for him this set. Obviously, we're going to have all sorts of different Kragg matchups today, but this is going to be kind of the odd one, I imagine, just based on how it's been going so far. Disco hasn't been able to win off of a lead, but hasn't lost off of being behind, so we'll see whether or not he's going to break that curse here in Game 3. Obviously, great reads there from Arno.
Oh, wow.
Actually putting her in a really good position to nearly seal this stock off, and she's looking strong at the end of this game right now, getting caught by that rock. Obviously does have the up B to work with, does get back to stage with the Orca hop there. See, I know what I'm talking about now. The great read from Disco, and the curse is broken.
Yeah, Disco going to be sealing that out from the lead, not having to make a comeback. And Arno, I don't know, maybe not feeling too great after that one. The question is, do you take it back to Aramata for the run back? Oh, I was thinking about it for a bit.
Yeah, no, it's going to be the Tower of Heaven, TOH. TOH. TOH?
TOH.
Oh god, dyslexic guy shouldn't do acronyms. I don't think that I don't think I'm after the right hobby there.
Yeah, maybe not. But either way, Arno taking quite a bit of damage early on. The stage pick isn't quite working out for her. But oh, hold on. Disco's holding the rock means really bad news. Oh, wait, hold on. Arno went off stage for an edge guard.
That is different. Obviously, when you start to get behind, you need to mix some things up, and I think throwing that in every once in a while. Obviously, we don't need to see that aggression every time. There, good job just staying above that down smash there. Don't need to see that every time, but look at this, just faking it, making sure that Disco knows that it is an option she's willing to go for, which is different to the other games because she was not willing to before, and now we're seeing punish when the jump up comes through there from Arno. Look at this adaptation, exactly what we're saying she needs to be doing, and we're seeing that change immediately, and it's rewarding because Disco has been playing 3 games with somebody who hasn't been punishing him there, and all of a sudden, aggression from Arno at the edge of the stage.
Yeah, it only needed to happen once, and it's already on Disco's mind, which is changing a lot of the dynamic of this edge guard. And Disco barely not able to seal out that stock there. Orcane with that air friction really hard to kill off the side here. And Arno trying to... Oh, wow. Tried to get out of there. Maybe might have extended the hurt box with a back air or something. But, still a very commanding lead. 95 and counting on Disco here.
Yeah, good find. Good tag there. Ooh, unfortunately missing the droplet. Doesn't find any combo off of it. I don't know if we were looking for a setup there or what, but Arno obviously still has the lead. But had the potential to really take a sock there if she had her wits about her, but unfortunately, no. Doesn't turn into anything.
And Disco only needs one opening to start boogieing. But, either way, Arno trying to find a way how to seal out this stock. Still hasn't gone off stage after that one time that we did see. But, all right, down strong, not quite.
Yeah, we'll see if Arno can actually seal this one out. Like you say, she had that opportunity. That was her one shot at it. And so far, that's been the only one she's had for 100% on this stock. Disco doing a really good job of limiting her options and making sure that there's I was going to say no safe way to find that stock. But again, good punish. Finally from Arno, pressuring those side Bs as they finish up. And she finds an up smash, finds a stock. And now we're going to start to see, no combo on the rock.
Yeah, none of that down air infinites. Not today here. But either way, Arno needs to find a way how to rack up that damage on Disco here. But, Disco being off stage, it's not actually the worst for Arno this time around, right? Disco's at relatively low percent, just needs to find a way how to rack up that damage, which she has had no problem with when Disco's off stage. It's just getting the kill itself.
Yeah, there's the kill coming through from Disco. 100% on this Kragg, though. The damage, like you say, is there from Arno, and she has been mixing it up. We'll see whether or not that's going to be enough for her to find this game number 4, this point, in her favor. Good forward smash there, and yes, that is going to take it. There isn't enough reaction there from Disco on the DI, and Arno's going to be taking game number 4, point number 2 to even this one up.
Yeah, point number 2 to even this one up. Not willing to give away the best of 5 even before the first of 5. And, Arno had a huge amount of extra credit there, but immediately we're going to treetop. One of the stages that we've said time and time again, you generally don't want to let Kragg go here.
Yeah, and it keeps happening. It's like these players can't hear us or something like that.
Yeah, it's almost like they deafen when they start sharing their Discord stream or something. I don't know.
I don't know why they do that. It's not like we go in or anything when they don't. Yeah, Willie can attest to that. We were so nice to her when she was on stream. But obviously, we got 2 different players on stream right now. That up smash. Not going to seal it up, but Arno, unfortunately... gets saved there by the pillar. And Disco giveth, Disco taketh. There.
Yeah, what can I say? Disco can be your angel or Disco can be your demon. And either way, Disco going to end up taking that first stock, going ahead, with, no extra credit just yet, but a 1 stock lead is definitely a good thing to start off with in this set, unless it starts off the second half with the same kind of momentum that we've seen in Game 1 and Game 2. Either way, Arno going to steal things out immediately.
No, keep going. Not after that one. I'm not. You get 2. You get 2 shifts here. Keep going.
I got 2 shifts here? All right. Well, either way, Arno going to try to rack up the damage, try to get this comeback, and Disco just starting up that edge guard, but that bubble butt incredibly instrumental at getting Arno back onto stage. Oh lord, this could be the start of something new here.
Yeah, I needed some time there for some angelic recovery, but you know, we're back into it. Arno obviously a little bit behind. She's finding some openings. It is weird. Like it feels like when Arno has those advantages, she looks way stronger. And I don't think that. Yeah, okay.
Well.
We're not allowed to do any sort of analysis without some weird thing happening. Arno, 101% now, and now she is in the driver's seat. She wasn't been leading so far. 32% found. Oh, great combo there. That's the first time we've seen anything like that out of Arno. Really great conversion on the rock. The up smash does not find the kill. There's some room for it there. The forward air not quite going to seal it out. Obviously, Orcane with the air friction. Is she going to be able to make it back to stage, though? Some very aggressive moves being thrown out. Oh, and unfortunately getting caught again.
And that back air just barely not able to come out in time. I do want to shout out, a beautiful shift downwards from Arno. Wait, hold on.
Okay. Oh, I heard the taunt.
I saw the taunt. Yeah, that one's rough.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she didn't quite have... No, wait, hold on. Hold on, don't do this again. Oh, Lord, we almost had another repeat where both players kind of forget that it is, in fact, a first to 5 and not a best of 5. But either way, Arno starting things off incredibly strong is what I would say if Disco didn't have so much...
No,
every single time.
You're not allowed.
Every single
you're not allowed.
You're not allowed to say anything.
All right. This is gonna be that one NFL. Oh, hold on. Actually, are we running into controller issues? Oh no. This looks like controller issues. This is like very cut and dry controller issues. Arno, I know you can't hear us, but I want you to crouch 3 times if it's controller issues. Wouldn't that be wild?
It would be, huh?
Oh, hold on. There's Disco. Quick. What happened? Help.
Unfortunate. So Disco's controller ran out of battery.
Okay, so we're gonna not count that one. Okay. Very respectable. Okay. We can do that. We can not count that one. So set count still going to be 3-2. Still favoring Disco at the moment. See whether or not the Kraggs will be able to seal out their first point in this what we've decided is a Kragg crew battle.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Very low there. I don't know whether or not, and again, like, it's weird. These sides of stages for Kragg, most characters, and I feel like this is where a lot of new players probably have an issue with Kragg. It's like most characters, you put them off stage and then they're in like a bad spot. Kragg is almost more comfortable there because he has the tech available to him. He can throw rocks pretty comfortably. Like, it's not a bad spot at all for Kragg. It feels like it's difficult to put him into disadvantage. Oh, now hold on though. You give him holding a rock though, and that can be a really bad spot there now. Arno getting chased back onto the stage, not walking into the F smash that time. Trying to play very predictive there is Disco, and unfortunately getting punished for it instead. Picking up that rock and getting back aired. And now Arno with a lead.
Yeah, and Arno definitely in a good position here, but if we're going to see the same thing from game 1 and game 2, who knows? I really can't say any kind of analysis in this sort of set nowadays, because at the same time, every single hit really seems to matter, but I have no idea if it actually will in the end.
Yeah, you have no idea. That could have been Arno SDing. There's no way to really call this one out. Right now, Arno's doing a really solid job. This is the first time we've actually seen that kind of aggression from her.
Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful back air chain.
Oh, yeah, no, and it's been rare so far this set to actually see that kind of aggression. And obviously Disco getting the hit back.
Oh,
very crucial. Wow, I never seen it go both ways.
What did I say?
I was trying to be like, yeah, all right, Arno with a lead. This is something that's reasonable. No, not reasonable at all. Disco, only 50% right now on this Kragg. Jeez, yeah. What's even the point? Like we're trying to be like, oh yeah, this is some potential for analysis or whatever like that. No, these two are insistent on keeping it unpredictable, which is very good, obviously from the viewer perspective. But it's very tense from theirs. 43% right now. And the Orcane going very low there, Arno. Finally seeing some aggression.
But yeah, and thankfully this time around we see Arno going for that aggression with a puddle on stage this time, so she doesn't immediately turn it into an SD like we saw in the last time around. But either way, Arno just barely missing out on that parry. It looked like she was ready too.
Yeah, it was some preparation indeed, but it doesn't matter what you get ready for, what you're predicting here.
Oh!
There's no. You think that's gonna kill? It's not. This is gonna be Arno taking the game. I'm gonna call it. No, I'm wrong. What's the point?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I cursed her there. Point number 4 for Disco.
I cannot believe it. Actively going out of your way to cast or curse Arno here. Man, escape. I don't know. This feels like collusion and a half.
I am the villain. I'm working with the Kraggs.
Oh Lord! And just like that,
I just want to see more Rockwall.
And just like that, Disco looking to try and get the first set on the board for the Kraggs here. Arno bringing it to Jules Whale. A relatively neutral, even stage where she can push her leads very strongly, especially with that moving platform. Oh my Lord, Arno!
Arno! That was so on point. That is very different from what we've been seeing from her. We said like a little bit more reserved, kind of missing those punch opportunities. Nothing was missed there. Parry came through after she dropped the combo. It kept on it, got the up air as early as possible. Really good stuff. Staying ahead, 65% right now on the Kragg.
Yeah, and taking some damage in return for it, but this is a very good position to be in. But if this set is anything to go off of, who actually knows?
Yeah. No, obviously there's a stock lead right now for Arno, which means nothing. Even percent, a lot of extra percent added on, which means nothing. It's difficult to be like, yeah, Arno has built a really good lead for herself. She might even get up 2 stocks. Didn't matter last time, hasn't mattered in any of these other games. It's very rare that we haven't seen last stock situation between these two, regardless of how we start off. We'll see whether or not that trend continues here, or whether or not Arno's actually going to be able to hold on to what is looking like a setup for a 2 stock right now.
Yeah, Arno's genuinely doing so much damage. Looking to steal out the stock, 138%. Oh, is she going low? You're definitely threatening it there. Something that Disco has to keep in mind here. All right, and 3-1. Oh God! If that took it, I was gonna cry.
Well, this is the weird one. This is, we're gonna have all different brands of Kragg. This is the weird one. Oh goodness! All right, 24% on Disco. Is Arno going to be able to actually seal this one out the way that it looks like it should happen, or is this going to be Disco taking the set? Those are the 2 potentials that we're looking at right now. And, you go into this and you feel like Disco, with the leads that he's been able to pull out, this looks like a situation where he should be able to win. Only 38% on the Orcane at the moment, 126 on the Kragg. So this should be Arno winning, but I don't have the confidence to be able to be like, yeah, this has been solid play from Arno the whole game. That means she should win. Because that's not what these sets have been like so far.
Oh Lord, and either way, Arno in what looks to be a good position here, sending Disco off stage and into the blast zone. All right, and getting on the board here, trying to keep Kragg from taking it all away.
All right, here's the thing. That game, we gave a lot of credit to it being weird, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, to keep these games normal rivals of Aether games, maybe we just say, yeah, throw convention to the wind. This one's going to be, a 3-stock comeback, even though they're at 900%. I don't even know.
Yeah, who knows?
See, all right.
Who knows? Not me.
Yeah, no, what jeez. This one's hard to compensate. Obviously interesting to watch. I think that's to its benefit. It's just difficult when you're told to sit here and be like, all right, do you understand what's happening? No, nobody understands what's happening, least of all these two. I think that they probably have the best idea of it, honestly, right now. Arno, 84% added up onto Disco. Obviously, Disco still threatening the potential to win here. In-game set count does say it's 4-4. It isn't. It's 3-4 in favor of Disco right now. Disco only needs the 5th point to seal it out right now and does have that stock advantage. See whether or not that turns into anything. Obviously, only 20% onto Arno compared to the 130 nearly on the side of Disco. Very close to the edge of the stage. Whether or not Disco can hold onto the song a little bit longer will actually be a benefit, but no, sealed up by the down smash. Sees Disco coming the other way with it now. Oh, actually, really good stuff there to carry across the stage.
Yeah, and you know, Arno is trying to rack up the damage, trying to hold on to this neutral here. The Disco with a relatively commanding lead right now, but who knows? It could be as strange as ever. You gotta be careful about the upstrong from the pillar, though. Like, this is... Arno being that close is terrifying to me, because Disco could absolutely just upstrong straight from pillar and immediately lead into a kill, but Arno, good parry coming out.
Yeah, on that down B, which is a relatively hard move to parry. And, you know, there was a stock disadvantage at the beginning of this one from Arno. And suddenly she's back in the lead now, done a really good job to make this comeback all the way. And now there's the up smash coming through. She's suddenly on her tournament stock. She has to be careful now. This Kragg obviously has been able to steal stocks from some weird places. And, you know, we'll see whether or not that prevails. You know, in this game, what are we at? Game 6? Game 7? Game 8? Something in that range?
This is game 8.
We're at game 8. Jeez, these two going back and forth, keeping it very close. And right now, 60% favoring Arno. See if the combo's starting to come back the other way now from Disco. Not quite catching it with the down B there. Rock getting side beat through there by Arno, but now she's 83% off stage. Does land with the Orca hop. Neutral air isn't quite going to steal, but the neutral air into up smash is. And that is
going to seal it out.
Game number 8. Sealed from Disco.
Yeah, that's going to seal out the entire set, actually. That is win number 5 from Disco for the first of 5. And Arno, you know, Bastion that she is going to finally go down here in the EU first of 5s. But, you know, great stuff from Arno, great stuff from Disco. Both of them played exceedingly well. Had some really entertaining games to watch, you know, back and forth, regardless of how strange they were. I'd love to see it. Yeah, I'd love to see more. And the question is,